destroying me.
I
Like,
was just gonna let you go on for as long as possible.
yeah. But it looks like he had the turn one Forge of Caddock into Construct Foreman. Pretty strong, solid play we've seen already once this tournament.
Man,
Oh,
see them
follows
really
it up. Yeah, follows it up with the Psychotic Anarchist. A 2-cost 2/2 with speed, double Ruby Threshold. When this card deals damage to an opponent, both of players will draw a card. So he's like, here you go, Cabalpapa, let's both draw a card. And Cabalpapa sitting on one resource, already having it. He didn't expend it, he played a dual shard. Has no real answer and goes to 14 health on turn 2.
wow.
Hacky plays a Hex Geode, picks a Ruby resource. He must be playing Mono Ruby, or has the other resources in his hand. Had he had another way, like another Construct Foreman, and if he had been able to play another Forge and Construct Foreman there, it would have been pretty crazy. Makes me think though that Hex Geode he must have drawn this turn, sorry, or he would have played that for free last turn. It is a 0-cost artifact, and he would have turned that into the Warbot instead.
Yeah, and if he has the Construct Foreman, he can still do it this next turn too and swing. It's still a huge amount of damage he's representing here.
Yeah, Cabalpapa answers with Crackling Bolt, destroys the Psychotic Anarchist. He doesn't want to let that damage through, and that'll put down a Worker Bot, which at the very least will stop the Construct Foreman from swinging. Maybe Hacky might not care. The kind of aggression he's shown us, he might just swing all the way through. Of course, Cabalpapa is playing Sapphire and Ruby, opening up some options. He might have a Verdict or something in there to answer some nonsense. He might be building up to that Time Wave, which, if he can survive that long, is powerful enough to slow down his opponent. Looks like there's going to be a trade here between the Construct Foreman and the Worker Bot. I think that's actually a positive trade for Hacky here, especially with the Reactor Bot coming down next. We have to wonder if Hacky has a shard in hand and he's just saving it to pump up the Reactor Bot, or if he only had the 2 resources. He's only got 3 cards in hand, and that is playing against his opponent's 8 cards now. So at this point, if he's not able to push through a little bit more damage, Cabalpapa could stabilize very quickly. Here comes Scrap Tech Brawler, a 2-2, 3-cost troop that gives 3 resources when it comes into play. Those 3 resources are used to create the Mentor of the Song. We've been seeing a lot of Mentor of the Song, and not a lot of Mentor of the Flame. What are your thoughts on that, JJ?
I'm not surprised to see Mentor of the Song because there's not a lot of good ways to get card advantage in this format, and the Mentor is one of the better ones. It is interesting to also see the Scrap Tech Brawler again, this time used just to try to gain some board tempo advantage, but as we see, the Crackling Bolt takes it out, and that is a huge Reactor Bot, and the rest of the team is going to be swinging in for a huge amount of damage here.
Okay,
that's
I did
brutal.
look just the other day when I stopped and got.
So the Mentor of the Song is going to block here. It will absorb a lot of damage, but it probably doesn't even matter that it gives him the Oracle Song here because Hacky just has so much pressure going. Cabalpapa's in some real trouble. He's at 5 life, and he's facing down at least 4 damage next turn, and actually at least 6 damage next turn. Not sure what all he has left in the tank here. If he has another Scrap Tech Brawler, maybe that would help, but that even wouldn't be able to trade with any of these guys here, so I'm not sure what else he can do against this super aggressive start from Hacky.
I just realized that Hacky's card guard. I don't know if you can show that on screen real quick, Tech.
What do you want to do?
It has a double threshold card of every shard in it. it's like literally the most unplayable hand of all time. It's just kind of funny to me. Like, Pack Raptor and Living Totem aren't quite there. I guess he probably just made a deck with the most ridiculous cards he could and kept drawing to find that. But that's a pretty good one.
So Hacky making great use of Crackling Vortex and Hex Geode to make this Reactor Bot, huge power again for the second
And
turn.
give him a Poke charge power follow-up
Yes.
immediately. Looks like he takes down the game. We're not sure if that's game 2 or 3. We're not sure if he's ahead or behind. But that's pretty crazy.